A 20-meter-long tortoise is tied to the car. It's dying. There are deep wounds on the head. A little boy chasing wildly beside, yelling to stop the car. The tortoise opened his eyes when he heard it, but he can't do anything. I can only watch my pet be taken away. Just a few months ago, Xiao Ming found gleaming under the stone. Poke aside the plants and take a look at my god. It's an oversized diamond in an egg. Xiao Ming picked it up excitedly. The next second the eggshell will break. Inside is a little turtle, different from other ordinary goods. It has a red tattoo full of belly. Xiao Ming took it home to share the same bed. Wake up. Unexpectedly, the tortoise has grown several times. At this moment, Dad came in to clean up the room. Xiao Ming quickly hid it in the quilt. Who knew he was going to wash the quilt today? Xiao Ming is very nervous. But the strange thing is that the tortoise is gone. As soon as it raised its head, it was floating in the air with smoke. My god. It happened that this scene was seen by Xiao Mei on the opposite side. She yelled. The tortoise was so scared that it turned and flew back. Xiao Ming quickly hid behind him. I also signaled to Xiao Mei that I couldn't say anything. Dad didn't find out. After thinking a bit, Xiao Ming decides to release the tortoise. But the little guy seems to have identified the owner. Keep following Xiao Ming. At this moment a car drove over. At the last moment, Xiao Ming rushed out to save it. Watching the little tortoise rely so much on herself, Xiao Ming decided to take it in. Since then, the whole family has become a paradise for the god tortoises. Deliberately let Dad step on it and fall to the ground. Then ran into the pot and slipped around. A knife fell in front of you. It thought it was provocative. Divine tortoise has a real fire with 3 flavors. The knives are burnt. Just such a cute. Xiao Mei actually said that night. It may be the legendary ancient beast Gamera. But looking at the little turtle in his hand, Xiao Ming doesn't believe it at all. But the next day it grew to the size of a pot lid. In order to prevent adults from discovering, they acted overnight. Hid the tortoise to the hut by the sea. But from then on, people often go missing by the sea. Xiao Ming learned the news. Came to the wooden house to have a look. The turtle is gone. Is it really the monster Gamera? This is Godzilla, the king of monsters. But just when it opened its blood basin, a mysterious object flew over. It's not Ultraman, but a tortoise. It is the legendary ancient turtle Gamera. Although he is much smaller than Godzilla. But it's not scary at all. Bite up in one bite. Godzilla shakes his head in pain. Kick it hundreds of meters away. Saw the tattoo on the belly of the turtle. Xiao Ming also recognized it. Then the turtle was chased by Godzilla all the way to the bridge. Godzilla turned and a dragon wagging his tail, throwing the tortoise hundreds of meters away. It didn't stop the offense, but climbed onto the arch. A sharp tongue shoots out from the mouth. Powerful Dalian bridges are easily pierced. But the tortoise is not afraid. It jumped up. Catch Godzilla's tongue. A bite of shamisen real fire sprayed into its mouth. Godzilla was hit hard, plunged into the sea, and the tortoise is also exhausted, lying motionless on the bridge. At this time a large number of troops rushed over. They are not here to rescue, but to bring the tortoise back to the laboratory for research, trying to clone its genes. At this moment a black shadow in the sea is moving fast. The tortoise seems to have sensed danger. Suddenly a huge tail slammed through the wall. Yes, Godzilla is here. It wreaks havoc in the city. Heavy human casualties. On the occasion of life and death, the turtle stood up again. Its size has increased several times, but still can't compare with Godzilla. Godzilla slapped it on the ground with a palm. Xiao Ming yelled to the turtle. It seems to be encouraged, struggling to stand up again. But I was kicked by Godzilla again. Xiao Ming suddenly realized, the turtle must need that ruby to replenish energy. But because Xiao Mei was sick before, Xiao Ming, slip of the tongue, gave her the ruby. He hurried to the hospital. But the bed is empty. Xiao Mei holding a sparkling ruby, watching the turtle outside the window be violently beaten by Godzilla. She realized that the turtle must need it to replenish energy. Xiao Mei's life is in danger. Want to give away gems, but her body is too weak. Can't walk at all. At this time a little girl understood her intentions, took the ruby, ran out quickly. The children are like a relay, regardless of danger. Pass one by one. Finally passed to Xiao Ming's hands. The tortoise is still struggling here. It bites Godzilla's tail in one bite. Godzilla climbed to the top. One toss forward for 2.5 weeks. The tortoise was thrown out severely, crashed into a tall building, stuck in midair. But Godzilla still didn't stop. It climbed up the tall building and was ready to give a fatal blow to the tortoise. See the situation of the tortoise. Xiao Ming and Dad rushed into the building. They want to send gems up. At this moment Godzilla spit out her tongue, pierced into the stomach of the turtle. The tortoise screamed in pain. Even the green liquid has dried out. Godzilla jumped to the top of the building. Another heavy whip hit the tortoise. The tortoise is in pain. At the last moment of falling, Xiao Ming finally arrived, threw the gem into the turtle's mouth. The next second the tortoise fell heavily. But there was a sudden burst of light. It's the turtle flying. It accumulates power. rotating at high speed like an alien flying saucer, then slammed at Godzilla. After falling to the ground, Godzilla sprang up again, bit the head of the turtle. The god tortoise lights up the red tattoo to save power, ripped off its tongue. Then the whole body glows. Spit out an energy ball and hit Godzilla. Blast it to pieces on the spot. Then the tortoise was also exhausted, lying heavily on the ground. At this time the army rushed over again. But a group of children opened their hands, stopped in front of the tortoise. They yelled the turtle to go. The turtle opened his eyes. Stand up slowly. A burst of smoke flew into the distance. Xiao Ming knows. In danger. It will appear again. Okay, I am a black face. See you next time.